The following program is a PodcastOne.com production.
From Hollywood, California, by way of the Broken Skull Ranch, this is the Steve Austin Show.
Give me a hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Now, here's Steve Austin.
All right, everybody, welcome to Steve Austin Show. I am coming to you from the mean streets. Scratch that. I am on cruise control mode. I ain't on the mean streets of Los Angeles, California. Shit. I'm at the goddamn Broken Skull Ranch out here in the middle of nowhere in Nevada. BSR 2.0, repping out here. Callie, my prize black lab on my right. Moolah, my wonderful silver lab laying down right in front of me. My wife is joining me on today's podcast. I had somebody send me an email the other day to questions@steveaustonshow.com, and they said, "Hey, Steve, you sure been talking to a lot of wrestlers lately. Can you talk about something else?" And I emailed them back. I said, well, one of my favorite subjects to talk about is wrestling with other wrestlers. So I said, well, what the fuck? Yeah, I can chop it up. I'll do something different. So I'm shooting the breeze with my wife today about all the headaches, hassles, and horse shit that's going on in my life and down here at the BSR 2.0, including mountain lions, bears, and all kinds of bullshit. So it's a bullshit session with myself and my wife, shooting the breeze with a couple of microphones in hand while I roll sound on my Zoom H6N recorder. And as you will hear me ask towards the end of the podcast and on the close of the show, I have a hunting trip coming up. I'll be hunting from November 1st through the 5th, and I will be out in the middle of nowhere in Unit 034. I would like to do some Q&A podcasts because I'm going to need some material to hold me over while I am gone. If you have any questions, whether they're wrestling related or whatever, please send them to questions@steveaustonshow.com. That would help me out, help me bank up a couple of shows so I don't miss anything while I'm trying to go out there and enjoy the great outdoors. Riding my Kawasaki mules and just shooting the breeze with my buddies and having a good time. And if a mule deer comes along, that's great. But I'm just looking forward to getting out and riding my buggies. I'm going to load up my Chevy Duramax, put my Kawasaki mule on my trailer, haul ass down there with all my food, and I am looking forward to getting out in the middle of nowhere. I have Ted Fowler 361 coming up on a Thursday podcast. He's going to help me take care of one of those, but I still need about 3 more. I'll probably record, obviously, some podcasts while I'm out there hunting when we're between hunts, but I might not be able to send those unless I drive all the way into Winnemucca, which is about 100 miles away, to send to some bitches. But help me out so I can get those things done in advance, and I sure would appreciate it. As soon as I get done recording this podcast, I'm heading down to the shooting range to dial my gun in and get ready for my hunt and start getting my grocery list together. Eating program is going fantastic. Sticking to my exact macros, 0 alcohol for right at 14 days now. Pounds are coming off. My strength is going up. Jesus Christ, I'm getting strong as a goddamn horse over here. No alcohol, and you hit the weights on a consistent basis and eat what you're supposed to. It is amazing the differences you can make, or I'm making. So, and I'm also doing my DDP yoga shit. Hell, I'm going to jump up here and do the splits like a goddamn cheerleader here in a minute. I'm flexible as a motherfucker. Dallas's program works like a bitch. Appreciate it, Dallas. I appreciate it, man. That's a badass program. I am sticking to it. Nonetheless, back to the open of the show. Having a good time out here in Nevada. Everything is all copacetic. Enjoying the fresh, clean air and enjoying being out of the mean streets of Los Angeles. Hopefully, the streets maintain some sanity while I'm gone. As soon as I get back there, Cal and I will get back to patrolling the streets. But anyway, signing off from here, we will pick up my conversation with my illustrious wife, Kristin, shooting the breeze, Austin style, at the Broken Skull Ranch 2.0, and that is the bottom line.
This is the Steve Austin Show.
All right, everybody, welcome to Steve Austin Show. I am sitting here at the Broken Skull Ranch 2.0, lean back at my podcast couch with my podcasting partner, Callie, my prize black lab laying here beside me. Hello, Callie, about 1.5 years.
And she's not much of a prize.
That's going to be a good dog. That is a damn good dog. I got a story about that damn dog, man. She is the loudest Labrador we have ever had in our lives. The motherfucker is crazy, but she's going to be a damn good dog. My illustrious wife, Kristin, joins me on the podcast today, and over there beside her on the other couch is Moolah, our silver lab. And Moolah has got like the highest IQ in the history of dogs. The dog that don't never do nothing wrong, has great manners, etiquette, all that stuff.
Speaks
That's a very
Spanish,
good dog.
English, sign language, and can spell.
Yeah, she speaks Spanish, English, sign language, and she can spell. And if you don't believe me, just come over and we'll watch it. You can watch it, put it through the paces. But anyway, we're out here in Nevada. I got a couple of emails the other day, and they said, "Hey, Steve, you've been talking too much about wrestling." Man, I've been enjoying having all those cats from independent scene coming by the crib and shooting the breeze about wrestling. But everybody said, "Wait, you're talking too much about wrestling?" I said, "All right, I'll stick a microphone in my hand and bullshit about the everyday, mundane horse shit that I call life. Just like the same shit you do, same shit I do. Kind of boring. Nonetheless, here we go." It all started off just the other day. My wife came down the day before me. She came on a Friday, and she drove our Yukon XL with Moolah. And what time did you leave L.A.?
6:40, because I'm not an early bird like you.
Left at 6:40. I like to leave by 5:45, which I did. I'll get into my trip. And so you got out there, and it was on Friday, but you didn't really have no traffic.
Not one bit of traffic the whole way.
Man, it's a nice drive. It's, just shy, about around 475 miles. And I was going to leave on Saturday. So I'm figuring, all right.
Because you had a podcast to do.
Yeah, I had a podcast to do and got it done. And I figured, okay, I'll get all the miles out of the way and I'll end up at the ranch with plenty of time to spare. And so I'm just thinking, all right, man, Saturday morning, no rush hour traffic. None of these people going to be out on the streets. I'm just going to load up. I had packed my truck the night before. I'm driving a 3/4 ton Duramax diesel 4-door truck. It's a real nice truck. Loaded in Cali, had all my shit in the back, all my targets. I'm getting ready to go on a mule deer hunt with my brother-in-law coming up here in about 5 days out there in Unit 034. So I was thinking, man, early, I got up, I made my 12 egg whites, 1 cup of oatmeal, got my breakfast down, had some flank steak to eat on the road. I'm on my eating program right now. No margaritas or cerveza for the kid right now. I'm working up for this appearance gig I got, so I'm trimming back and all the workouts are going good. So I figured, okay, nice, easy, chill. 5:45 in the morning, still dark. And I'm just going to cruise through L.A., my wonderful Labrador Retriever riding in the shotgun seat, all my redneck bullshit in the rest of the pickup truck, and just the hum of a Duramax diesel motor driving down the freeways of Los Angeles. Shit, I turned out on Washington Boulevard, went down a couple blocks and said, man, there's a lot of motherfuckers out this morning. I said, well, maybe it leads up on the highway. So I got out there on the highway, jumped on the 405, and I was like, God damn. Shit, I was driving 70, 75 miles an hour, and I was just planning on driving about 65 and just chilling because I told my wife, Kristin, back me up on this. I said, I'm not going to be in a hurry. I'm not even going to run radar. I'm just going to take my time. Did I not say that?
You said that.
I get on the 405, and I swear to God, these son of bitches might as well have had goddamn numbers painted on the sides of the car because I thought I was in a NASCAR race. Man, it's blowing my fucking doors off. I wanted to get in the HOV lane, the high occupancy vehicle lane, but if I got pulled over, as much as I consider Callie a human being, I don't think a law enforcement officer would. So I stayed out of the left-hand lane, and I didn't even get in the left-hand lane. I stayed in the right lane. It's about a 4-lane highway. And these motherfuckers, Kristin, were blowing my damn doors off. I mean, and I'm just thinking to myself, okay, how many of these people that are out on the road right now are just coming home from a club? How many of them are drunk? How many of them just got up, decided to take a couple hits off the bong or some fucking dope and get on the highway? So all these things are running through my mind as I'm just rolling down the highway. And what turned into be, what I anticipated just being a nice, quiet ride, my escape from Los Angeles. You remember that movie way back in the day where Kurt Russell escaped from New York?
Yes.
This was Escape from Los Angeles, California, man. I thought it was going to be a nice, easy ride. But no, all these motherfuckers, I'm getting cut off. Kristin, it's dark. I'm running 75 miles an hour and motherfuckers are passing by me like I'm standing still. I didn't know what was up.
Well, and that always ups the ante for you. Like if somebody passes you, you think you have to go back, put the pedal to the metal and pass them up. So
yeah, but it's always a question that you and me ask each other when we get out on the highways and just the highway's smoked. And I'm just thinking, okay, at 5:45 in the morning, okay, I'm going to Nevada to go to the Broken Skull Ranch. Where in the fuck are all these people going? Saturday, you ain't got to be at work. Why is everybody on the highway? That was the big question that was on my mind. I'd love to know, just knock on everybody's window. Hey, man, where you going? Just out of curiosity, take a survey. Have you been drinking? Have you been smoking? Did you snort a rail of cocaine? What are you doing? Drinking coffee? Diet Red Bull? What? That's the kind of ride that I had, Kristin. These are the important questions, the life-changing questions that go through a global icon and a national treasure as he rides down the damn freeway. So what turned out to be a nice, peaceful ride. Finally, when I got past Palmdale, Lancaster, was still just bust-ass, everybody side to side. And finally, when I got through our favorite town, our romantic getaway, Mojave, that's when it kind of started slowing down, and me and Callie could ride in a little bit of peace. I set my cruise control on about 75 and just rolled down the highway.
But my dress shop is open again.
That little dress shop with all the mannequins out with all those hot little numbers, all those outfits on there. I was going to pull over and get you something sexy to wear, but man, when you pass through there at about 6:45 in the morning, they ain't open yet. So I'm hoping that maybe after my hunting trip, hopefully I get a badass mule deer with your brother Mitch. As I'm coming home here in a few weeks, maybe I'll stop by and pick you up a little surprise or something.
That'd be great, Steve.
I might even go to, what's that place called? Intimate Encounters?
Intimate Encounters.
I might stop by Intimate Encounters and just get a grab bag full of fun.
Okay.
How was your trip? Did you, this was your first drive?
Well, because you never let me drive anywhere.
No. That wasn't what I was going to say, Kristin. Okay. This was your first drive solo.
Right, because you never let me drive anywhere.
I say again, this was your first drive solo without anybody in the car with you. Well, you come and go with me. Well,
I was a little bit nervous.
Yep.
Just because I was going to be driving 7 hours by myself. But I had Moolah with me, and I listened to the music on the radio, and I took my time. I made myself a sandwich and just cruised through the towns.
Any surprises? Any groundbreaking thoughts? Any ways to save the universe? What did you do? Because I know you tried to listen to one of them serial podcasts, and that you weren't used to driving 7 hours because, like you said, I'm always driving.
Yeah.
But this was your solo trip. But you got bored of the podcast.
I did. I had to stop listening because it was like 4 hours later. I just couldn't take any more.
Why don't you just download an episode of the Steve Austin Show, and you could just it'd be just like I was sitting there telling you the podcast.
You know what? I'll do that on the way back.
I know. As you would say, I'm not your demographic, or you're not my demographic. I had a damn good trip. Everything was fine. The thing I love about that damn Duramax, man, that's something that you go about 600 miles without filling up any gas. And me and Callie were motoring along, and every now and then I would pull over, let her do her business. It was just a man and his dog, Kristin. It was like the most macho trip. And I'm coming up here. I knew we was going to spend a few days up here taking care of business because we've got some projects going on here at the ranch. But, man, I'm getting ready for my big mule deer hunt. And I think when we get through with this podcast, I'm going to ride out to the shooting range. And I was talking with a guy the other day, a bunch of law enforcement people over here. And a guy was talking to me about mule deer hunting, and he had taken his 300 Win Mag. And last year, I took my 7 mag on that hunt. And this year, I think I'm going to take my 300 Win Mag. I'm going to go out to the shooting range. I am going to zero that rifle at 100 yards. I had been zeroing at about 300 in anticipation of a long shot. But 100 yards will be my zero. I have that Leopold Boone & Crockett reticle scope, so I will see what the lower crosshairs end up being dead on at. And I'm looking forward to getting up to your brother's place where we stay in Unit 034. And your brother was telling us he's got a buddy in this area who has been setting some video cameras up and been capturing a lot of amazing footage of mountain lions and bears.
Yes.
And right down the road from us, there's a guy who grazes some sheep on the side of the road, and he keeps them in a little pen. And since we've been here, and the past year, I think 3 sheep have met their demise because of mountain lions. And the dude was just out there moving them down the road because he just put this little pen around them. He lets them eat the grass, and it gives them plenty of water, and they move them to the next patch of grass. That's a good way to mow the side of the road. It's almost like, dangling some candy in front of the mountain lions because they're having a pretty good success rate when the pen is about 10 by 10 enclosure and the sheep ain't got nowhere to run. That kind of sucks ass. The dude's been getting a lot of footage of some bears. And then my neighbors are sitting there saying, hey, man, there's been plenty of bears sighted in the area.
Well, and I keep seeing bear poop.
Bear shit. There's bear shit. Bears don't poop, bears shit. And we got 3 apple trees at part of the property. And them bears love to climb up in them apple trees and forage all them damn apples out of there because you're reading on the computer today that a bear has got to take in like 20,000 calories a day before they go into hibernation.
Yep.
So, man, the last time we left out here about 2 weeks ago, those 3 apple trees, those fucking things were just sagging. There were so many apples on them.
Tons.
And everybody was saying, man, the mule deer come in here and eat those apples. I didn't see no mule deer last year eating no apples. And then this year they said, man, the bears are eating the apples. There's bear shit everywhere. And I said, okay, well, I'll believe it when I see it. And there was one hit right down there on the highway, so I knew they were in the area. And goddamn, every night before we go to sleep, and this is regardless whether we're in the Marina Del Rey or out here at the ranch, we always do our last call for our dogs. Now, last call in a bar is the last time you can order a damn drink. It's not that kind of last call. This is when we do our potty call for them to go out there and do their business before we go to sleep, and they can't go out again. So they either shit, piss, both, whatever. That's their last call. And so Kristin has got into the habit since we come back because of all the bear sightings. She goes out there with the flashlight and flashes like a prison yard out here. She flashes the yard with that beam of light.
And I clap.
And she claps. It's a goddamnest noise when my wife starts clapping her hands together. And she does it to call the dogs on many occasions. That's the go-to mechanism. When those dogs hear her clap and they know there's going to be a treat involved. Me, when I'm standing by her, I'm deaf as a fucking doornail. And that just rings. I'd rather shoot my 7 mag with the muzzle brake with no ear protection on than listen to my wife clap. So I don't know, do you figure when you clap it's going to scare any impending bears away? What's the deal?
Skunks, bears, mountain lion, coyotes, whatever.
So you're going to scare a skunk with a clap?
I'm just going to let them know I'm coming out.
Okay, so anyway, she's been doing this regimen where she goes out there, and we've got these pistol grip flashlights that are rechargeable. They're outstanding. You can get them at Tractor Supply, about $25. Pretty good candle power, probably about 700, whatever it is. Shines out there. We've been out here for 5 days. We ain't picked up shit. So normally when I let the damn dogs out, I just say, hey, fuck it. If Kristin's asleep, I ain't looking for no bears. I let the dogs go do their business. They shit or piss or both. We come back in, lay our heads on the pillow, and go to sleep. Last night, I was a little bit on the lazy side. Were we watching the World Series last night?
Yep.
Did we watch an episode of Yellowstone?
We watched the World Series last night.
Yeah, World Series. Goddamn Dodgers are down 0-1.
Yep.
Yeah, fucking Red Sox. I'm pulling for Dodgers. I like Boston's program. A lot of good pitching going on both sides of the team there, but
Hey, this is Adam Carolla from The Adam Carolla Show. Bet Online continues to be your #1 source for all your football betting action. Bet Online has more ways to get in and stay in on action. With the latest odds, news, and scores, even live in-game betting. From every NFL and college game to MLB, UFC, and NHL. Futures as well. Bet Online remains your choice for sports wagering info. Head to the website today and take advantage of their industry-leading VIP program. with level up bonuses and weekly cash boosts. In between games, head over to BetOnline's casino with all the top Vegas-style games, including poker and live casino. BetOnline. The game starts here.
Anyway, back to the potty call. So Kristin said, all right, I was in there washing dishes. That's what I was doing. I have washed more dishes in my life than probably any man on planet Earth. My wife loves to cook, and since she loves to cook, there's always a pile of dishes to do every time we get through, going way back to when we had the ranch down there in Tilden, Texas. When Ted comes over every night, it's funny, because every time Ted would come over, we always eat on paper plates. And normally we're drinking out of Solo cups or Yeti tumblers when we're drinking margaritas or whatever we're drinking, or Broken Skull IPAs. And then Ted, when he gets finished eating, sitting right across the bar from me, would take his lone fork and drop it in the sink for me to wash. Thank you, Teddy. Much appreciated. But anyway, I digress. So I'm in there washing all the damn dishes. And don't get me wrong, I'm very happy that my wife's passion and love is cooking. And the fact that she's amazing at it is the biggest bonus. Because,
well, thank you.
Oh, man, that's like, first of all, I love you. But the fact that you're a damn good cook. Well, see, my mom was an awesome cook. So I always grew up eating awesome food. Yeah. And it's like, man, just put it this way. Not all women cook very much anymore.
This is true.
And not all women share a passion for it.
This is true.
So, but you do. And so I'm happy to wash all the dishes because I ate some badass food.
But let's backtrack a couple days.
Okay, what happened? Well, I knew there was going to be a trick to this.
So you decide you're going to make a flank steak and you overcook it.
Yep.
And it's like a piece of brick. And all of a sudden I'm in there in my glory cooking away. And here you come. Flank steak didn't turn out. I got to find something else out to eat. So basically you kick me out of the kitchen. That's 2x2 and decide you're going to eat your antelope meat. So I have to go wait in the living room till you're out of the kitchen to finish my cooking. And then I didn't eat till 8 o'clock at night. And then you had to do dishes up until 9 o'clock that night.
That was a shitty night. We were both in a bad mood. It had been a bad day. And, man, I have the goddamnedest recipe for a flank steak. All you do is you go buy a flank steak, and most time it's too tough. But it's very lean. It's a very lean red meat. That's why I'm eating a lot of flank steak right now. So, basically, I'll take a gallon Ziploc bag, take a regular flank steak that probably weighs between 1.5 pounds and 2 pounds. Put it into the Ziploc bag. I'll get a whole lemon, cut it into, a whole lime, cut it into, and just like using my margarita squeezer, I'll squeeze the juice from a lime and a lemon into the Ziploc bag. Then I'll pour probably, I'm just guessing, 3 to 4 ounces of Worcestershire sauce, 3 to 4 ounces of soy sauce. I'll throw in a teaspoon of either mustard or Grey Poupon. Goddamn, I can't say that fucking word. Grey Poupon Dijon mustard. Fuck. Is that a French word or what? Because that's why I can't fucking pronounce it. I call it brown mustard. Fuck it. But goddamn, it makes that sumbitch taste good. But don't make the mistake of putting too much of that shit in there. You'll fuck it up. Then I put in a liberal dose of salt, some pepper, and I'll throw in a few cayenne red pepper flakes as well. I'll seal it up. I'll get all the air out, and I'll lay that motherfucker in the refrigerator, and I'll marinate it for about 12 hours, and I'll flip it over about halfway to get the other side. And then by the time I throw it on the grill, I've got my grill turned up to 500, 400 on each side. And then I have a thermometer you need to stick in that thing. And you want to take that sumbitch off, if you like it kind of on the medium rare side, which I suggest because those things are notorious for drying out, at about 135 degrees. You want to take that thing off, put it in a plate, let it rest for 10 to 15 minutes, then cut it against the grain into your slices. Normally, I nail this motherfucker. I knock it out of the park. What I'm cooking over here on my little Weber 2-burner barbecue pit is fucking world-class flank steak. So the one time I completely botch it and fuck it up was the night you was trying to get in. And
I had a new recipe I wanted to try, and you come walking in with a brick on a paper plate. You First, you undercooked it. Then I advised you maybe go stick it on the barbecue for a little bit longer, which you did, but you kept it on way too long, so it came in looking like a brown shoe.
Man, that son of a bitch was a piece of shit. And I said, man, I'm too old. I mean, I got all my teeth still. Only have like 2 cavities with fillings in them. My teeth a little on the yellow side, but other than that, they in pretty good shape. If I was going to eat this flank steak, I was going to break those motherfuckers up. So I said, fuck it. I'll eat the $20 that the goddamn, no pun intended, that the flank steak cost. Get the antelope out of the freezer. I had some antelope made in the ground burger. Threw that in some hot water, defrosted it real quick. Seasoned that up. And that was really good, Kristin, because the secret there with that ground antelope is really lean. So I threw in some of that Trader Joe's teriyaki barbecue sauce and basically almost made like a...
Oh, the Korean barbecue sauce?
Yeah, it's got a little bit of heat to it.
Yeah, that's good.
Ended up being a real goddamn good dish. Yeah. But we're operating out of real tight quarters over here while we're doing some remodeling. And the kitchen area is about literally 2 by 2.
And we've got 2 dogs that want to lay on the carpets in the kitchen.
For some reason, every time, Kristin, or we start cooking,
here they come.
The dogs have to be in there. In Marina Del Rey, it's fine because, it's a normal setup and they're still in the way. But because we keep a rug in front of the sink to stand on and in front of the oven to stand on, well, they think those are places for them to lay down. And Moolah is the worst. She weighs about, 65 pounds?
65 pounds.
And that sumbitch would just lay there like a fucking roadblock. And she'll just look at you like, oh, are you coming this way? Don't you see I'm laying here? But anyway, that is my recipe for flank steak. Where was I going with the story? Oh, yeah. Back to the bear sighting. That's what happened.
Is that what you're talking about, the bear? I thought we were talking about cooking.
Yeah, we were talking about cooking, but we segued off when I went to my flank steak recipe.
Yep.
So I'm in there washing dishes, so Kristin's going to do the last call. So she goes outside with the pistol grip flashlight. I'm in there scrubbing away with my fucking gimmick soap and a goddamn scrubber on a stick and a sponge. And I'm getting these dishes. They're like fucking...
You don't even use the sponge.
Shit, these motherfuckers, Kristin, when I get through with those dishes, ain't a germ one on them. So anyway, I'm washing
Well, the
dishes.
other day when you went and cooked your antelope, it tasted like soap.
No, that was because you didn't rinse out the damn pan. No, that was a piece of cod.
Oh, it was cod, yeah.
I was eating some cod the other day that my wife made for me, and I can't remember where I came in from. I was riding my four-wheeler or something, and then she's going to be like the wife of the year, finally, and cook me some cod. And I'm in there eating. I'm watching. It's still the divisional playoffs, and I'm eating this piece of cod, and I'm thinking... There's some kind of gimmicky aftertaste. It was almost like she had dipped the cod in cologne. And I'm thinking, man, is she trying to poison me? My stomach don't hurt yet. I mean, I don't know what your stomach's supposed to feel like when you get poisoned, but I figured she'd poison me like arsenic or, what are those different kinds of poison?
Cyanide.
Strychnine, cyanide, brucine, all kinds of shit.
Whatever.
Yeah, ricin. Shit, yeah. She sent me some in an envelope. Goddamn, I'm thinking the worst. And I told her, man, there's something fucking wrong with this fish. But anyway, so I'm in there washing dishes, right? Kristin goes out. And I'm in there washing away, got my head up my ass. And sure enough, she comes in. You're not going to believe it. Steve, come here. You're not going to believe it. I told you we were supposed to check the yard every time. There's a bear out in our front yard. I said, oh, horse shit. She goes, come here. And sure enough, I go out there with the pistol grip flashlight. And there's a big-ass bear.
It was a big bear.
About 40 yards, 35 yards from the door.
I didn't think it was that far.
It's about, yeah, it depends on if you're in the house or not. That's how far the bear is away. And, man, I go out there, I grabbed a flashlight from her and I said, God damn, that's a big fucking bear.
It's a big bear, and it was only 9 o'clock at night.
I had him estimated, I had him at 400 to 450. That sumbitch was no fucking slouch.
No, he was not.
And so I come back in. I was going to get my iPhone to do some video of it. And then I go back out, and Kristin says, don't get too close. And I'm like, are you fucking shitting me? Don't get too close.
Well, you were close to the rattlesnakes when you used to film them. So
well, I know, but a goddamn bear can run about 25, 30 miles an hour. And like, what am I do? Put on my gimmick knee braces, go out there and give the motherfucker a stunner? She said, don't get close to it. Like she really needed to go like, knock on my head. Hello, McFly. I'm not that fucking stupid, Kristin. I know you think I am on many occasions, some of the stupid shit I do, but when I see a wild bear, this didn't escape from someone's backyard who was a pet bear, like those ones that guys used to wrestle on the wrestling scene way back in the day. They're halfway tamed and they're wearing a muzzle. This is a wild fucking bear. Did you think I was just going to go over it, walk up to it and put my arm around him and said, hey, bud, how's it going?
No, but I thought you were going to get close to it.
No, man, Kristin, man, like again, I'm stupid. I've done some stupid shit in my life, but I ain't that fucking stupid. I'd be like going to a mountain lion and say, hey, man, what's up? You know, when a mountain lion goes, whoosh, 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 and all of a sudden I just come apart in slices. Nah, man, a bear, here's the thing about a bear. He didn't look vicious.
He looked menacing to me.
He didn't look menacing. He just was going about his business, trying to get his 20,000 calories in. So in a couple of weeks here, some bitch can go into hibernation and sleep for a couple of months. I'm guessing it was a male. Had it been a female, I would have had cubs with it.
Well, then I went out and scanned again after you went and grabbed your iPhone, and I saw a bunch of little eyes over there by the apple trees. So
I know, but I think that was the sheep that are in the damn pen over there.
No, same green eyes.
Kristin,
when I
almost
put the
everything
light,
has green eyes when you shine them at night.
What does?
Some things have a little bit different colored eyes, but for the most part they're green. But I think what you were seeing was them sheep.
I don't know. We'll see tonight.
I'm gonna put a damn game camera out there, and I'm gonna get some footage of this damn thing, man. But the bear was pretty. He was in good shape, and I guess it was a black bear, but it was colored brown.
He was brownish. He was.
And you were reading about him. What's the difference in the color variations?
Well, they can vary. Some of them can actually almost be blonde, and they still are a black bear.
Man, the only other bear I've ever seen in person, I can't remember who I was riding with. We were in some little shithole town in Massachusetts. It was late. We was trying to get some gas. We had just done a shot. I cannot remember the name of the town, but there was a damn, the bear looked black. So it was a black bear, brown bear, whatever it was. And he was just walking down the streets, and he was getting into trash cans, just turning shit over and looking for food. And that was the only, of course, we was in a rental car at the time. And then I might have been drunk, so I might have saw two of them. No, I wasn't drunk. There was one bear. But it's the first time, it's pretty cool.
I thought it was pretty amazing because I've never seen a bear in my life up close. And just to walk out your door and see, I mean, I was a little bit nervous because of the dogs, but I didn't let them out. But still, just to see a bear sitting there just staring at you was pretty incredible.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty cool. So tonight, I'm going to be ready for him.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to be ready on the spotlight. I got some footage on my iPhone, but it was too far away and only had like a 2-power zoom on it. And our gimmick flashlight, they're good for short range, but when you try to throw a long stream of light at those things, that bear, at the time I videoed it, it was probably 60, 70 yards away.
Yeah, and he was leaving.
Walking through a little gate. So I didn't get no good footage of him. But if I get, tonight, Kristin, I'm going to dress up as a tree. I'm going to just go out there. I'm going to hold some leaves in my hand. And I'm just going to stand there.
I'll watch from the window. Okay.
Yeah. Well, but how am I going to hold my iPhone if I got the leaves in my hand? Now I'm going to climb the tree and film down at the bear.
There you go.
That's
what
I'm going to do.
Climb.
Right now, all of the leaves are falling off the trees because it's fall. I'll gather up a big pile of leaves and I'll lay at the bottom. I'll let you cover me up with a rake. And there I will be with my iPhone. And when the impending bear comes up, I'll video him.
I'd like to see you scare him.
If I fart, I will scare him. Here's what they say. They said, we were doing some research on the bear, and they said if a bear charges you, well, first of all, you never run from a bear. Don't turn your back on him, run from him, because that son of a bitch will run your ass down. Unless you're Usain Bolt, then you ain't got a chance. Well, the bear ain't got a chance. I'm not Usain Bolt. I figure if I ran top speed with a tailwind, I might hit 12 miles an hour.
You running is a pretty funny thing, too.
I was doing some road work the other day, and I was running down the road, and the road's at an incline. And I was just kind of doing like a military shuffle. And... because I don't
I
have
wish
my...
people could see you run.
Well, I've been used to riding our beach cruisers up and down the damn front beach there in Los Angeles. Every morning I get up and I get on my beach cruiser and I ride for 1 hour. I go about 30, 35 minutes down the beach, and then when I hit that time limit, I turn around and haul ass back. And I'm figuring, man, I'm in pretty goddamn good shape.
Yeah.
And so I figured, okay, it'll translate into my jogging/running. Huh. Ain't no translation there. 260 beat up ass pounds with shit for knees.
And you're stiff when you run.
I'm stiff, and it's kind of chilly out here. Man, I started shuffling up that goddamn road. I told my wife I was going to run up, come down the highway, and then come back around the other side of the ranch.
The neighbors think you're cuckoo.
God damn, I'll tell you what, if I'd have been hobbling down the damn road, I guarantee you people have been pulling over out of sympathy. Good God, man, can we give you a ride? What's wrong? like I've been walking for 50 miles out in the goddamn desert or something. Water. I looked like I was dying.
You looked funny.
So I went to the end of the road and I said, fuck it. This is embarrassing. I'm going to turn around and come back home. The way back home was a little bit better because there was a downhill descent. That fucking incline kicked my ass. So I figured, here's what I'm going to do. I got to get a gimmick exercise bike over here, or I got to get a treadmill. And I wanted to stay off the treadmill because running on a treadmill is different
boring
than trying to get in shape on the ground. When you're running on the ground,
It's different, yeah.
oh, it's a whole different ball game because I can run, shit, man. I could put that treadmill on 3.5 miles an hour and just haul ass. That was a joke. It's a lot more forgiving on my body.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, when I'm on a treadmill, I can halfway haul ass. But man, it was brutal. I'm not going to outrun a bear, but tonight I'm going to get ready to spot the bear and take some great pictures of it. But we ain't seen no mountain lions. Neighbors have.
We saw a mountain lion statue the other day that Callie attacked.
Man, we got this mountain lion statue over here that we're in the process of moving it. So we put it over here in this kind of like garden area where Kristin's got a garden. But before I get back to the garden story, dude came over and picked up my John Deere tractor this morning. And I've had that tractor since brand new. It's a John Deere 4600 four-wheel drive tractor, mid-size. Front end loader on it, bush hog, auger. That's been my baby. That son of a bitch damn near doesn't have any hours on it. It's almost a brand new tractor. It's all faded from being out in the sun. But I let some people borrow it there for a couple of months, and they beat the flying dog shit out of that son of a bitch. My goddamn headlights fell out of it. The goddamn plastic panel up around the speedometer and the tachometer, and right there on the ignition switch is just hanging down. The fucking seat flipped off of it. I had to put the seat belt on the seat to hold the motherfucker down so the wind didn't blow it off. A good gust of wind. Hell, if I'd have farted, it'd have flown off. And the dude walked up to the tractor, and he's kind of like, you know, he didn't want to say anything. He knew who I was. And I was like, hey, man, I said, I didn't do that to this son of a bitch. We had some people, I let them borrow it, and they just beat the fuck out of it. So anyway, nonetheless, my prized 1998 John Deere tractor is in the shop. Dude just called to give me a parts list. He's going to have to order it, get my hydraulics back in order, do a little oil change, check the fluids on the hydraulics, a little bit of a tune-up, that diesel motor. That fucking tractor is going to last longer than I am. So anyway, I'm happy about that. Going back to my wife's garden, though. Garden's about 5 feet by 8 feet.
No, it's a solid square.
Whatever. It's fenced in.
Okay, yep.
And my wife planted some vegetables in there this year. And, man, I looked at our little garden. Did you even till it up? Did you do anything? Man, I was talking to Shane Helms, my buddy. He's over in North Carolina. And I always thought Shane, you know, coming up, I knew he's an amateur wrestler. I'm talking about the Hurricane. And I just figured he's kind of like a city slicker. Man, him and his, I think it's his wife, him and his girl, man, they got this big-ass garden. I think it's about 3 acres.
Really?
Oh, man. Oh, it's phenomenal. And they walk through there and pick all the damn weeds and everything like that. And I figured, at all my years of pro wrestling, I never figured the Hurricane Shane Helms would have a badass garden. They grow all kinds of cool shit there. So going back to our garden.
I just didn't give it a lot of attention this year.
Well, we're coming and going.
Yeah.
It's hard to have a garden when you're coming and going from and being in Nevada for a week and then going to Los Angeles for 2 weeks and coming back. Everything's all sprouted out, weeds all fucked up. Can't do your damage control. Fucking insects in there just having a field day, just eating all the vegetables.
Them and the birds.
Yeah. So but your garden.
It looks like a vegetable cemetery now. There's like dangling tomatoes.
Vegetable cemetery. I got to give you credit on that one. You got to get your gardening game up.
I do.
It's embarrassing.
It is. It's pretty embarrassing. And but the previous person that had planted in that garden didn't tell me that they had planted like 5,000 tomatillo plants. So in between all my plants are thousands of these tomatillos that sprouted up in the middle of nowhere. I didn't know they were going to come up. So I've got, my tomatoes, my peppers, my zucchini, cucumbers, basil, lettuce, and there's tomatillos all over them.
So we do little combos now. We do tomatillo tomatoes, tomatillo zucchinis, tomatillo this, tomatillo that. We add tomatillos to every goddamn thing we eat. If I shit another tomatillo out, I'm gonna be madder than a fucking hornet. But anyway, back to the mountain lion. I digress. There's this mountain lion. It's like a
statue,
bronze sculpture statue.
Yeah, sculpture. Yeah.
And it used to have be a waterfall, is what it used to be. But we pulled that up and we just stuck it over there in the garden area. And that motherfucker's about, from the ground up, because it's still got some concrete on the bottom, about 4 foot high. And it's about a life-size, no, not really life-size, because your brother's been killing some big mountain lions this year.
Yeah.
It's a medium-sized mountain lion, but it's bronze. It looks kind of like he's got his back end up. He's about to pounce on something. And Kristin goes over there with Callie. And boy, Callie, you got to understand, Callie is a black lab. She's 1.5 years old. She is a damn good dog, halfway crazy. And when someone comes over, Mula is the ultimate watchdog. She will growl. She'll bark. She won't bite nobody. She hasn't yet. But she is on Red Alert 5. Callie, when someone comes, wagging her tail, she goes over, starts licking everybody to death. She's the friendliest dog in the world. She loves people. She hates mountain lions. That fucking dog started going ballistic. She was in pounce positions, growling, barking, spitting.
Her hair was up.
Hair was raised, looked like a damn razor back.
Yeah.
It looked like she had a fin on the back of her damn back. She was going crazy. And then a couple times she tried to bite the damn bronze paw, and her chip her goddamn teeth off.
We had to pull her off the statue.
Yeah, I said, man, we're just trying to rib you. We didn't know you were going to get all upset about it.
I didn't even know she'd even see it. I was just over there looking at my garden.
Well, it caught me off guard, too.
Yeah.
I was over surveying the pond. I was thinking, man, I might cast a line in this motherfucker. And I said, well, fuck it. I ain't need to catch no fish. I'm trying to go out here and get a goddamn mule deer. I got many other things to do.
This November, action is free on Pluto TV. Go on the run with Jack Reacher.
Every suspect was a train killer.
Then buckle up for Drive, World War Z.
Every human being we save is one less to fight.
And Charlie's Angels.
Damn, I hate to fly.
Launch into sci-fi adventure with The Fifth Element and laugh through the mayhem in Tropic Thunder.
What is going on here?
All the thrills, all for free. Pluto TV. Stream now. Pay never.
This is the Steve Austin Show.
Man, one of the things I've been wanting to do since we got out here is put a few more miles on my goddamn Corvette. It just seems like there's always something to do, and I ain't got enough time to get my damn car and enjoy it. I took it for a little joyride the other day. I probably went about 15 or 20 miles. I invited you to come along, but you didn't want to come with it. You missed out. I didn't drive over the speed limit. I kept it pretty damn normal. Hit some nice, curvy, windy roads. You would have enjoyed it.
I was playing with the horses.
The thing about having the Corvette is, what I'm thinking about doing, I might be the first person to get a Corvette Z06 and put a trailer hitch on it. Because that way I'd be able to take this motherfucker to the dump. Because out here, see, we're not signed up for a trash service, just like we weren't signed up for a trash service down there in South Texas. So once we're done with our stay, or midway into our stay, depending on how much trash we're making, I'll load up my 03 Z71 pickup, and me and Callie would go down to the trash place here in town. And then you go to the trash place or the dump, and you weigh in. And then you go to where you drop the trash off. You drop the trash off, and then you go back to the station, hand them your card, and you weigh out. Depending on whatever your deposited trash was, depends on how much you paid the landfill. So it's all about weight. So you weigh in, weigh out, and then that determines how much trash you had. So I figured, well, if I ain't got no trailer hitch on that sumbitch, I've just got a light load, I'll go down there with one trash bag. In the back of my hatchback Corvette, weigh in, drive over to the dump where everybody's got a pickup truck or a trailer or whatever. I'll pop the hatch on my Corvette, throw my little trash bag over, and weigh out. I'm figuring, Kristin, it probably gonna cost me about $1.50 to drop trash off in the Corvette. Then I'll come back here, pick up another trash bag, and repeat the process about 7 times. That way, between going back and forth between here and the fucking dump, I can drive my goddamn Corvette.
Put some miles on it for sure.
But that is one good thing. I mean, you got to have a pickup truck out here, which I got. We got a Yukon XL to haul up all of our shit. We keep all the back seats folded down on that son of a bitch. The dogs go back there in their dog bed. All of our shit goes in the back, or just like in my pickup truck. I got the big idea a couple of months ago that I was going to have a tactical shooting range out here. So I bought 4 big ass, about 3/4-inch steel targets, 5.5, 6 foot tall. They probably weigh 100 pounds each.
At least.
Got a little bit of forward slant to them so your bullets don't bounce off and come ricochet back at you. Those had been sitting in our garage in Marina Del Rey for about the past 6 months because I didn't have nowhere to take them. Finally, I told Kristin, I said, I'm going to put those fuckers in the back of my pickup truck and take them down to Nevada. Well, they're here in Nevada, and I ain't got no place just to sit them out there and just let them stay out there in the elements. So that's what they're designed to do. So I got 4 targets, and I'm going to sell 3 of the cocksuckers because I just don't need that many, because I can take one down to the shooting range, bust it up, shoot the fuck out of it, put it in the back of my pickup truck, and come on back to the damn house. So if you're in the damn Nevada area and you want a badass steel target from Alco Targets, I'll take $350 each for them, because my wife is fucking looking at me like I'm the dumbest motherfucker in the history of the world yet again after another impulse purchase, which I figure was the greatest decision I ever made in my life, because that means I ain't going to drive all the way out to Simi Valley to Terrence's house to shoot up all his targets. I just shoot my own. Well, right here, we're too close to town, and the land ain't big enough to just shoot over here at the ranch. So where am I going to take this motherfucker, Kristin? I just strap it on the back of my Kawasaki Brute Force 750, go out down the damn hills and just start popping caps in it?
You could.
Man, I tell you what. Hey, man, speaking of popping caps, I got a chance to meet a lot of people down there at that shooting range. A lot of guys down there shoot, law enforcement people. A lot of cops out there go down there and shoot. Man, we'll strike up a conversation. I was dialing up my 7 mag in for that antelope hunt, and there was a dude over there shooting a 308 in prone position. Went over and started talking to him, and he came over and he says, hey, man, I've got a target out there at 300 yards, too, if you want to shoot my target as well. And I kind of broke the ice. We started shooting the breeze. So we started fucking around, shooting together, and just kind of trading stories and stuff like that. Dude said, hey, man, if you ever want to do a ride-along, just give me a yell. Come on out and go do a ride-along. So one of these days, Kristin, maybe
I would go.
You're going to go home in a couple of days, right?
Yeah.
I think I'm going to do a ride-along and go out there and patrol the damn mean streets out here in the Silver State of Nevada, because, you know, I used to do the same thing with Hershey Wonder Dog and the Bronco and mean streets of Los Angeles. I cleaned up that city. I might be able to clean up this area just as well. But wouldn't that be pretty cool?
I think it would, too.
Because I got a million invites to go on some ride-alongs and just never have gone on one. So that is going to be on my list of things to do.
I think it's a great idea.
I'm going to do it. Me and a ride-along. That's something I think I'm going to do. You know, along the lines, Kristin, of me doing a ride-along, what if I was to get sworn in and deputized by the sheriff out here in Nevada? That way I drive around, I patrol the streets in my Corvette. I'm able to put some miles in. I get something out of it. And then, I don't know if the people that listen to the show are old enough to remember Starsky and Hutch. Starsky and Hutch used to drive around in that red Gran Torino. I think it was a Gran Torino. I'm almost sure it was. and it had that white gimmick stripe on it. And anytime they got a call or they got an emergency, dude would pick up the damn blue light, the dome light, and put it on the roof of the car. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
If that wasn't a Gran Torino, someone smart me up and tell me what the fuck that was. And I guess they was, what was they, detectives or something? Were they undercover cops?
I don't remember.
Starsky and Hutch.
Yeah.
But you remember that.
Of course, yeah.
But I got to get me one of them dome lights, man. I just reach out there, put the motherfucker on top of the car, and start chasing people down. Citizen's arrest. Or if I'm deputized, give me a pair of handcuffs. Like, I'm just thinking me offhand. A lot of these guys out here like the Kimber 1911 model single action. I'm more of a Glock guy. In this kind of situations, I'll be carrying my Glock. I have my badge. I have Cali riding shotgun. If I arrest somebody, I ain't got nowhere to put them. Yeah. I'm going to have to get a trailer hitch and put a paddy wagon behind me to put all the criminals in the damn trailer. Either that or zip tie one of them son bitches, put him in the hatchback. That motherfucker's going to be mad as a hornet. And so, pull people over.
You'll be the only deputy with a Corvette.
I'll be the only cop in town, although I'm not really a cop. I'll be the deputized dude. That's me, the deputized dude with the blue dome light on his Corvette. And here's what I'll do. Next time I go back to California, well, I think Nevada. Can you buy pot in Nevada now?
Yes, I believe you can.
I'm going to go buy about, I don't know. Shit, I don't buy pot. Let me get about 6 ounces. I'll go get a bunch of dope. I'll get about, I don't know, 5 or 6, 8 balls of cocaine, some heroin, and some black tar heroin, and what other kind of drugs they sniff?
Opiates?
I don't think they sniff opiates. I'll get some just for the fuck of it for my training. So what I'll do, I'll go out there and I'll put the dope in different locations around the yard, and I'll teach Callie how to be a drug sniffing dog.
There you go.
So there I am. You know, she's out there smelling around for all the fucking pot I put out there amongst the trees, underneath the tire, stuff like that. And I give her some treats every time she finds some pot. And then, you know, I've got to teach her how to sniff for cocaine. So I'll snort a rail, and then I'll kind of just put her nose kind of by some of those so she knows what cocaine smells like. And I'll snort another rail so she gets the hang of it.
I'm sure there's a way that they teach dogs to do this with.
I was wondering how they do that because I was just going to do it by example. And then, shit, you don't think that's a good idea?
I don't think it's a good idea.
I just fucking around with the cocaine. Maybe just 1 8-ball for the hell of it, though. You know, but that's one of the funnest things back when we used to drive back and forth to from Los Angeles to the Broken Skull Ranch and back. Every time we used to go through Sierra Blanca, it's just a very famous check station down there in West Texas. Willie Nelson's been popped there. Every damn musician comes through there. Yeah. Snoop Dogg, I think, probably got popped there going through that damn station because all the dudes that's traveling, they love to smoke that dope.
Yeah, but they always have the drug sniffing dogs out there.
Man, one time we was driving through there, and I had a person. This was back before they were selling it to anybody in California, but you could get it for medicinal reasons. And I figured, man, I said, what if I tried something? Because I've been in the wrestling business for damn near my whole life. I've been retired, but I always consider myself kind of still in the business. So I figured, you know what? Instead of drinking, what if I had a joint to smoke? The times I had tried to smoke dope way back in the day, I didn't like it because dope always made me just kind of feel dumb. And when I said something, I'd think, man, does that sound stupid or not? And it just brought me down. So dope never was my thing. I was an alcohol guy. I like whiskey, tequila, vodka, beer. I can go on and on. You know I can go on and on and on. I was the damn drinking guy. So when I tried to smoke dope, I didn't like it, but I figured, okay, let me try to back off some of the alcohol. And on our camping trip, when Kristin and I pull over, we do our thing. She sets up the inside of the camper. I hook up the electricity, the sewer, the water. I do all the outdoor stuff. So I figure while I'm setting all my shit up, I'll just take a couple tokes off this joint and just kind of have a buzz while I'm setting everything up. And that way I'm not pounding the alcohol down. So I got this one medicinal fucking marijuana cigarette, a joint, if you will, in a prescription bottle container. And it was in the bathroom of our RV. One fucking joint. One skinny fucking joint.
But it sure smelled to high heaven.
And that motherfucker smelled up the whole goddamn inside of that camper. And all of a sudden, we're coming up on Sierra Blanca. And I'm figuring, oh, shit, they're running those Belgian Malinois over there.
I think I wrapped it in towels and stuff.
Yeah. And those dogs are smelling tires and trucks and license plates and all kind of stuff. And I'm sitting there thinking, boy, I got the white knuckle fever going on the damn steering wheel there. I'm thinking, oh, man, here I am, retired from the wrestling business, a global icon and a national treasure, and I'm about to get busted for a fucking one joint because I wanted to try out a goddamn marijuana cigarette so I could get away from the booze. I mean, we go through there, the dude looks at me and I look at him. We've been passing through there for 10, 15 years. I've been passing through my whole damn life. They know who we are. And we always say hi to them. But on this occasion, since I'm carrying, if you put a joint on a scale, this isn't one of those Freebird joints that Michael Hayes was famous for rolling way back in the day that weighed about a pound. This was a fucking medical joint.
Smaller than a pencil.
Smaller than a pencil, probably weighed about 2 grams. I'm figuring, shit, man, we're going to get, what would that be? It'd be a misdemeanor, but it'd be on my fucking record. The last thing I want to do after all the bullshit I survived in the business of pro wrestling was to get busted with goddamn possession of a fucking controlled substance. They waved us through. And as they waved us through, I breathed a sigh of relief. My biggest fears were behind me. And so we ended up, I think, in Van Horn, Texas that night. We only went a few more miles, about 100 more miles. And we set up the camper. And I was out there taking my 3 hits off my little pile of shit joint. And I got a little buzz, and I figured, you know what? I knocked on the camper, and Kristin stuck her head out. She goes, what? I said, can you make me a fucking martini? This joint ain't worth a shit. So that was my foray into the marijuana world. Ain't my cup of tea. But we were shitting bricks.
Yeah, we were watching.
Because inside that camp, that was the strongest smelling joint I ever smelled in my life.
It was very strong smelling.
If smoking dope is your thing, hey, more power to you. Not really something that I get. It ain't my cup of tea. I'd rather have a margarita, vodka, Bloody Mary, whatever. Anything but a goddamn joint. But anyway, shit, Kristin, where can people find you on social media?
I'm not.
Okay, you can find me on social media at Steve Austin BSR on Twitter and Instagram. I'm about to load up my targets, my ammunition, and my rifle, go out to the shooting range and dial in my gun and get ready for my mule deer hunt. Hopefully, this time, I won't leave my rifle laying on the table like I did my 7 mag a couple of months ago, the dumbest thing I ever did in my life. And I am about to be out in the middle of nowhere. I am talking to Ted Fowler, 361, in about 2 days. We're going to do a podcast. So I'm going to bank up a few of these so I could use your help if you would help me out. I would love to do a Q&A because it's hard to interview people out here in Nevada because I'm in the middle of nowhere. And where we're going hunting, way out there in the middle of 034, is definitely in the middle of nowhere.
You don't even get phone coverage.
I'll even get cell coverage out there. I might have to go buy me a gimmick Verizon phone so we get some service out there because I have to borrow the dude's phone to call my wife. And, you never know if something's going to go wrong, so I'd like to have some connectability out there so I might get a cheap-ass track phone. But if you got any questions about anything, whether it's life, wrestling, bullshit, whatever, send your questions to questions@steveaustonshow.com to help me cover a Tuesday and a Thursday podcasting because I will be out in the middle of the wilderness having the time of my life. My mule deer hunt lasts from November 1st through November 5th, depending on, if I'm fortunate enough to find one, whether I'm out there the whole time or not. Probably leaving on the 31st to get down there. It's a couple 100-mile drive. And again, I'll be in the middle of nowhere. If you have a question, please send it to me to questions@steveaustonshow.com so I can bank up a couple of podcasts to take care of my ass and keep delivering a can of audio whoop ass for you to listen to every single Tuesday and Thursday. I appreciate all you people that listen to the show. Lots of emails from UK and countries all over the world, and obviously many here in the United States of America. So help a brother out. Send me some questions to questions@steveaustonshow.com. I'm coming right back to wrap up this show. All right, everybody, give me the go-home cue. So I'm going to wrap up this podcast and ride off in the sunset. Before I do that, I want to thank my illustrious wife, Kristin, and, of course, my two dogs, Callie and Mula, for joining me on today's podcast. I'm about to head to the shooting range and dial in my 300 Win Mag and get ready for my upcoming mule deer hunt. Once again, as I said in the podcast, if you have any questions, please send them to questions@steveaustonshow.com to help a brother out while I'm on my hunting trip. Hey, man. I got a badass beer for you. I'm going to be real long story short on this one. Broken Skull IPA from El Segundo Brewing Company. Stop by 140 Main Street and get it fresh out of the bottle or fresh out of the tap. This is the best beer you will lay a lip on as far as the IPAs are concerned, and that's the bottom line. Check it out at Whole Foods and Total Wines if you're in Cali. If you ain't in Cali, you're probably shit out of luck. And if you're looking for a badass pocket knife, which I suggest everyone should carry, I've got two for you from Cold Steel Knives. Cold Steel Broken Skull Knife, Cold Steel Working Man's Knife, both at my new Amazon store. Amazon got the best price on both knives. Just go to amazon.com/shop/Steve Austin or head over to Cold Steel Knives website. Folks, I am on social media, Twitter and Instagram at Steve Austin BSR. Until next time, my name is Steve Austin, and I will catch your ass down the road.
This has been a Podcast One production. Download new episodes of The Steve Austin Show every Tuesday at PodcastOne.com. That's PodcastOne.com.
This November, action is free on Pluto TV. Go on the run with Jack Reacher.
Every suspect was a train killer.
Then buckle up for Drive, World War Z.
Every human being we save is one less fight.
And Charlie's Angels.
Damn, I hate to fly.
Launch into sci-fi adventure with The Fifth Element and laugh through the mayhem in Tropic Thunder.
What is going on here?
All the thrills, all for free. Pluto TV. Stream now. Pay never.